Week 10 of the NFL season is in the books, and let's just say the dogs were barking, especially against the spread this week. Let's recap everything that happened. We're going to start off with probably one of the best games of the year, let alone the week. The Thursday night football game with the Cincinnati Bengals just barely losing to the Baltimore Ravens. Amazing game, all around amazing game. I mean, no defense was played whatsoever, so if you like defense, then this game was shit. But crazy comeback from the Ravens. Bengals were up, I think, around like 14 points. Ravens storm back, take a lead. Almost instantaneously after Ravens take a lead, Burrow hits Jamar for a crazy long touchdown. Jamar had like 200-something yards, 3 goddamn touchdowns, or almost had like 200 yards. 3 goddamn touchdowns. He was balling. He was balling out. The back and forth. Two heavyweights going head to head, going at each other. Ravens are up by a tud. Bengals storm down the field, score up a touchdown to not tie the game. That's the key. It was 34-35, and they decide to go for 2. Now, personally, I question the decision a lot. I would have kicked the extra point, went to overtime, but I get it. Ravens offense was rolling. They couldn't risk it. So Zach Taylor decided to go for 2 on that 2-point conversion play, which would have essentially won Bengals the game. The refs blew it. The refs absolutely blew it. They miss a defensive holding. They miss a obvious roughing the passer, or I should say face mask, whatever it was. They missed at least 3 different penalties on that play, I should say. It was an absolute mess. Bengals, I mean, you have nobody but yourself to blame for this loss. You had a lead of 2 touchdowns and you completely blew it. Yeah, you got screwed by the refs, but you also got screwed by yourselves and by not playing to your standard and not kind of playing somewhat defense. But overall, fantastic game. Ravens are now 7-3. They have a huge matchup this week with the Steelers. And Bengals, 4-6, they got to shape the fuck up. Because as of right now, they are not making the playoffs. And they got to not win out, but they got to win a lot more than they lose these last, 8 weeks. Besides that, great game. This was fantastic Thursday night game. You love to see it. Next, we're going to go to the Germany game. The New York Giants losing to the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, the New York Giants are absolute garbage. Daniel Jones is missing wide open receivers. The amount of times Malik Neighbors was wide open and he just completely missed him is embarrassing. There was a flea flicker play. Jones missed not 1, but 2 wide open receivers down the field for a huge gain. Takes a sack instead. It's to the point where he's playing so bad where genuinely Brian Daboll has to consider benching him. Has to. And whatever, if it's Drew Lock, then it's Drew Lock. At least he's going to give you guys a better chance to win than Daniel Jones, because Daniel Jones sucks right now. As for the Panthers, 2 wins in back-to-back. They're rolling. Bryce Young is on the sideline saying, yeah! And hey, I mean, Panthers are not legit. Obviously, they're 3-7 and they're trash. But 2 wins in a row is respectable. You got to give the Panthers a lot of credit. 2 wins in a row. They played hard. They played tough. Defense forced a clutch-ass fumble in overtime on the first drive. That's how you do it. That's how you fucking win games. Panthers stood their ground, did their thing, and held on to win the game, even though I think they also were up by like 10-0 at one point. Blew that shit damn near too. But it doesn't matter because they managed to hold on and win the game. Next one, the Denver Broncos versus the Kansas City Chiefs. What a fucking game this was. Defensive masterclass. The Broncos put up literally a defensive masterclass, held the Chiefs to 16 points, stayed in the game, constantly had the Chiefs on their toes, and the Chiefs had to storm their way to come back. Long story short, it's 16-14. The Broncos stormed down the field and set themselves up for a 35-yard field goal. Basically a chip shot to end the game, win it, walk off, not only beat their division rival, but give the Chiefs their first L of the season. And what happens? The Chiefs' black magic strikes again. Patrick Mahomes sold his soul to the devil, and the fucking Chiefs block the 35-yard game winner and win the game. It's to the point where it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm not a Chiefs fan, but it's crazy to think that they genuinely have a chance of going 17-0. They are so good. They just continue to win, win, win. Everything goes their way. It's this goddamn bullshit, whether it's the refs, whether it's luck. Every fucking week we have the same conversation, and Kansas City somehow always gets it done. It's honestly insanity. I truly believe they could go undefeated. If they win this week's matchup, this week they're playing the Bills, which is super difficult. If they beat the Bills this week, they're going undefeated. No one's beating this fucking team. Unless they literally just slip up. Because this was the game they were supposed to lose. They played horrible. Broncos outplayed the Chiefs for the majority of the game. But hey, Chiefs get it done. As for the Broncos, they're sitting at 5-5. But honestly, this team is actually really good. The defense is locked down, one of the best in the league. Bo Nix is a lot better than I thought he would be. And overall, Sean Payton has coached these guys up to be pretty fucking good. I can see the Broncos making the playoffs. With the way they've been playing, they play like this against any other team, they win. They win. It's just the Chiefs bullshit. As usual, Chiefs get away with it. Chiefs fucking pull it off. What's new, right? Good win for the Chiefs, but good effort by the Broncos. Don't be discouraged by this loss. Take this game as a stepping stone. Use it, learn from it, and recover. That's the key. Next game. San Francisco 49ers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Great game. I feel like no one's really talking about how good of a game this was. It was super close right down to the very last second. Fucking the 49ers field goal kicker missed 3 goddamn kicks, but he clutched up the kick that mattered most. Debo was over there grabbing the fucking long snapper by the neck, fucking bullying people and shit. Which, by the way, if Kyle Shanahan had any balls, he would bench Debo for this week. But we all know Shanahan has no balls, and Debo's not going to face any repercussions for his actions, even though he literally fucking choked somebody out. His own teammate, I should say, not somebody. Horrible. Debo, that was disgusting. You're not a real teammate. You better shape the fuck up. You're lucky you didn't get fucking punched in the mouth, if they were being honest. Buccaneers. It is so heartbreaking to see what has happened. I mean, every goddamn week, you guys play so well. Last 2 weeks in a row, Chiefs and 49ers, you played them so well and fall just short. Baker is on God mode. Bro's getting ripped down one arm by Nick Bosa, throwing up a 4th down prayer, making it happen. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Damn, if the Buccaneers were fucking healthy, this team would be really, really good. It's crazy to think how much of a sleeper this Buccaneers team is. If they get hot and Evans comes back and they start winning games, you do not want to see this team in the playoffs. I would be terrified. Decent defense, even better offense. Great overall performance from the Buccaneers. As for the Niners, it was sloppy, like a lot of their wins, but it doesn't matter because they got it done. Brock Purdy, or I should say Brock Turdy, but not in this game. He was Brock Purdy in this game. He balled out. I got to give him credit. I know a lot of y'all been fucking harping on me to give him credit. He balled out. He balled out. He had a great game. Now, was it due to the fact that he had McCaffrey back and Debo and Jawan Jennings turned into prime fucking Megatron? That's not here nor there. Purdy had a great game. 49ers played well enough, I should say. Besides the special teams really selling, they did play very strong defense, very strong offense. It was a good win for the Niners. 5-4. They're still alive for the playoffs. I mean, they're still alive for the division, right? This division right now is anyone's division. So, yeah, Buccaneers, good effort, I should say. Niners, good win. I mean, 2 good teams going at each other. I don't think either of them are super fraudulent, but Niners could be fraudulent. We'll put it like that. Next game, the Atlanta Falcons versus the New Orleans Saints. I told you guys that interim head coach boost matters. Coach Riz is fucking rizzing up his players, and they fucking beat Atlanta. Now, the young ho himself missed like 3 kicks. And yeah, if you look at the score, that's the difference in the game. That's literally the difference in the game. That young ho cost him the game in a way, right? Imagine he made all 3 kicks. They would have won by 6. Imagine he made 2 kicks. They would have won by 3. Imagine he made one of those kicks. It would have been a tie game. And anything can happen in overtime. But the interim head coaching boost helped the Saints. Derek Carbage played a little bit better than his usual garbage self. And fuck, I mean, Perk Thuggins was looking lost out there at times. Bad plays, not the game you would expect from Atlanta. They got outplayed. Flat out simple. They got outplayed. And that's why Atlanta lost. Now, are the Saints back? Absolutely not. This was one game. Chances are they're going to lose another fucking 7 games right after this like that. Atlanta, frauds? I wouldn't say so. Again, it was one of those games they got caught sleeping. Division rival on the road. They have the interim head coaching boost. And that's what happens, man. That's what happens. Falcons are not frauds. Saints are not legit. This was just any given Sunday type of game, like I said it would be. Next game. New England Patriots versus the Chicago Bears. What a fucking embarrassment for this Bears team. I tried telling y'all Caleb is trash. I'm not even going to make fun of his fucking sexuality this week. I'm just going to make fun of the way he plays football. He's trash. Y'all couldn't fucking acknowledge the fact, all the Bears fans, that Caleb is not good. I shouldn't say you, Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears franchise made the biggest mistake of their careers taking this bum over Jaden Daniels. But I'm not going to continue to harp on that conversation. He can't move the ball. He can't score. And I get it. The offensive line flat out sucks. And he can't do anything behind that shit offensive line. But guess what? His expectations were a lot higher. And he had to do more to win the game. And he did nothing. Week in and week out, he does nothing. And that's the reason why the Chicago Bears continue to fall short, why they haven't scored a touchdown in God knows how long, and why they flat out got outplayed every which way by the Patriots. That's the fucking reality of this shit. Patriots, good win. Great defense, great offense. Drake May has a lot of hope. I mean, Drake May is probably better than Caleb at this point. Who's not better than Caleb? Penix? Only because we haven't seen him play. Literally, every fucking first-round quarterback drafted is better than Caleb. Goes to show you. I told you he was a bum. He's going to be a bum. Patriots, good win. Not great offense. Good offense. Great defense. That's what you should say. Great defense. You did what you had to do. You completely outplayed the Bears. I can't believe the Bears were favored by 6 points. We're an embarrassment. Yeah, Chicago sucks balls. They're done. Next game. Minnesota Vikings versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars played so well this game. To limit Minnesota to 12 points is honestly impressive. Minnesota offensively could not do anything. But here's the worst part. Mac Jones was playing quarterback for the Jaguars, and that's why the Jaguars only scored 7 points, continuously fell short, and couldn't get the job done. This game was absolute garbage. I mean, defensive masterclass over here. But that's what ends up happening with Mac Jones as quarterback. I don't want to say Minnesota's on fraud alert, but this game was not good. They should have won by a lot more, and they easily could have lost. But at the same time, they're 7-2. You can't really complain. They're looking really good. Minnesota's on dangerous timing right now. I can't tell if they're fucking good. I can't tell if they're fraud. They play these weird games every goddamn week where you have no idea if they're playing well or they're playing shit. But fuck it. A win is a win. You got to do what you got to do. Jacksonville, your season's over. You may as well fucking shut down T-Law for the rest of the season. 2-8. You're not coming back from shit. What a disappointment. And what a collapse. What a collapse from Jacksonville, going all the way back to the start of December of last year where they were on top of their division and completely fell apart. I hate to see it. I really hate to see it. It sucks what happened in Jacksonville. Next game, the Buffalo Bills versus the Colts. Now, I got this game wrong, obviously. I'm sure you guys know this by now. The Colts got flat out outplayed. But the key to this game, believe it or not, as much as I hate to admit it, was Sleepy Joe Flacco being an absolute turnover machine. Sleepy Joe Flacco cost the Colts this game. He gifted the Bills possession after possession after possession. And that's why the Bills just continue to score and dominate. I gotta say, Colts overall didn't play bad. If you subtract those Sleepy Joe Flacco interceptions, Colts would have, I don't know if they would have won, but they would have been a lot closer and they definitely would have covered. Good win by the Bills. You're 8-2. You continue to roll. You got a tough-ass game with Kansas City, and fucking the Black Magic might strike you next. But even without a lot of your top receivers, a lot of injuries, you still managed to get it done. Colts are trash. I can't tell if Joe Flacco or Anthony Richardson is more shit. They're both shit. It's a problem and a half. All hope is lost for Indianapolis. That's all I got to say for that game. Next game. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Washington Redskins. Absolute amazing game. This game had a little bit of everything. Turnovers, offensive masterclass plays, everything. I mean, literally everything. All in all, it all comes down to the fourth down bullshit, which the fucking refs helped the Steelers with that bullshit ass spot. I mean, what horrible ball placement. It was clearly a first down. The guy caught it in the first down and was pushed forward. Fucking refs, screw the fucking Redskins. They should have won this game. JD is still the GOAT. But even with that bullshit on fourth down, the fucking Redskins get 3 stops. 3 stops! The Steelers line up on 4th and 1 to go for it. Everybody understands that the Steelers are not going for it right there. Washington has no timeouts. Steelers are at their midfield or on the Washington side of the field. A punt here would make Washington have to drive down the field, like what, 70, 60 yards, something like that, to get a good field goal. And of course, what happens on 4th down? This fucking moron, rookie defensive tackle, jumps for some stupid ass reason. I still, for the life of me, cannot understand. Why are you jumping? It's obvious they're not gonna go for it. And this fucking moron, of course, jumps forward. Neutral zone infraction, or whatever it was, encroachment, whatever, it doesn't matter. And of course, Steelers get the first down, win the game. Steelers, you lucky motherfuckers. You're good. I mean, I knew you were good. I knew this was gonna be a tough game. Washington, shape the fuck up! You can't let this be the death of you, because this is make or break for the division right here next week. You play Philly, you have to go and you have to beat them. Don't let this loss discourage you. It was bullshit. Refs, fuck you. You played well. You played well against one of the better teams in the league. Steelers are one of the better teams in the league. Their defense is really good. And now with Russell Wilson cooking, Danger Russ, a.k.a. Mr. Unlimited, then, Steelers are a dangerous team. It was a good effort by Washington, but I truly believe that Redskins could have won this game if not for the bullshit-ass refs fucking them. Steelers, good win, great win. You guys clutched up when you had to. Great defense all around and offensive performance as well. Pickens with monster touchdown plays. Mike Williams, fucking former Jet, great touchdown to seal the game. It was an overall great effort by the Steelers. I can't complain at all. I kind of want them to beat the Ravens this week because Steelers could run the table. I really think they could fucking go win the division, win a playoff game. Steelers are a good team this year. This isn't the old Steelers of couple years ago, or I should say of prior years that finish above 500 and get murdered in the wild card round. This Steelers team feels a lot different for some reason. Washington, don't get discouraged. Big Thursday night game. Don't get caught sleeping. Next game, the Tennessee Titans versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Not really a game with much headlines. Exactly what we expected. Chargers beat the shit out of the Titans. They cover the spread. Easy W for the Chargers. Titans are fraud. I don't have any faith in Tennessee. They are trash. They've been trash. They kept it close at times, but eventually it was like Chargers pulled away. It was like 27-10. Titans scored a quick little garbage time touchdown. You know how it is. Will Levis sucks. Titans suck. The only thing about the Titans that doesn't suck is their defense, and even then, they're getting outplayed by Herbert and the Chargers. Fuck the Titans. They're trash. They're not making the playoffs. No one cares about them. Chargers. I gotta say, Chargers are a sleeper team. Super sleeper team. They got a good defense, they got a good offense, and more importantly, they have really good coaching, which they haven't had in years prior, especially with fucking Brandon Staley. I don't want to see the Chargers in the playoffs. I would not want to see the Chargers in the playoffs. Because right now, they are rolling. And damn, this defense is scary. Offense as well plays really well. Overall, great win by the Chargers. Chargers continue to seem like they're getting better every week. Titans are just shit all around. Nothing to even talk about in this one. Next game. Oh, this game. The New York Jets versus the Arizona Cardinals. The New York Jets are absolute garbage. They are so lifeless out there. They can't make tackles. They look horrible week in, week out, undisciplined, all around disaster. I'm sick and tired of watching of the same old bullshit product week in and week out. I'm sick of it. The only way we make the playoffs at this point is if we win out. And the way we've been playing is we are not winning another fucking game. We play the Colts this week. And yeah, maybe we could beat the fucking Colts. But even then, the Jets are so bad. Rodgers is washed. He's done. I don't even want to talk about this Jets team anymore. They frustrate me so much. It's such an embarrassment to watch these bums play football. I'm sick and tired of the shit. I'm sick and tired of the horrible offense, defense that can't tackle and continuously gets exposed. Everything is bad for the Jets. Every fucking year is like this, but for some reason, this year hurts more because we had such high expectations. The Cardinals. Most of you guys should know by now at least, I'm not a Cardinals fan, but I like this Cardinals team this year. They are very dangerous. I keep saying they're a sleeper team to win the NFC West. I still believe this. If I wasn't a Jets fan, I would have bet this game and I would have bet on the Cardinals. Luckily for the Jets, I guess. I don't know who it's luckily for. I didn't bet on the Cardinals. I really like the way this Cardinals team is shaped, especially now that the defense for Arizona seems to be getting a lot better. In the earlier weeks, this defense was pretty shit and was getting exposed left and right. Now it seems like they're starting to come together. The offense is really good. The running ability on this offense is crazy. Kyler can take off. James Conner's a beast. This fucking Benson kid is a beast off the bench too. Overall, I like this Cardinals team. I'm going to continue to bet them, especially against better teams. I hope they play a really good team soon so I can bet them to cover because this Cardinals team, don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them. I think they've won like 3 in a row now or something like that. They're getting hot at the right time. And I truly think they'll make the playoffs. They will win the division. I really think so. Cardinals, good fucking effort. Good win. Jets, you're horrible. Next year, I better see a new quarterback, new head coach, and an overall new fucking mentality on this team. But as a Jets fan for a long time now, that's not going to happen. It's going to be the same old bullshit. I just want to see this team make the playoffs. Please. Please. Just make the playoffs. 1 year. 1 year. It's insane that we are going to play irrelevant November and December ball for the millionth time in a row. I'm done talking about the Jets. Stop crying. I can't keep doing this shit. Eagles versus Cowboys. What's there to say for this one? Eagles absolutely dog walked the Cowboys every which way they could. Eagles were the better team in any case. Defensively, offensively, running the ball. Jalen Hurts had an amazing game. Killed them on the ground. Killed them through the air. The Cowboys couldn't do a fucking thing. Now, I get it. Dak is out. He's out for the year, actually. But nevertheless, Cowboys season was over. It's been over. McCarthy's getting fired. Jerry's going to clean house. It's so bad in Dallas right now that CD Lamb is missing wide open touchdown passes because the sun is literally blinding him. And Jerry Jones is complaining, we ain't putting up no fucking curtains in our stadium. Maybe we should just tear the stadium down and rebuild it if you don't like the sun. Man, Jerry's a problem. Jerry's an old-ass motherfucker, way past his prime, and the way he continues to talk and handle business is the reason why the Cowboys are in the position that they are in. You got to start looking at yourself, Jerry, as the problem, because clearly all the coaches, all the players that you've gone through It's not them. It's you. There's a reason why you had 0 playoff success, 0 conference finals for the last 30 years. Cowboys suck. Their season's done. Eagles are rolling. They are rolling. I keep underestimating them, and they keep I had Eagles to win and to cover in this game, so it's not like I really underestimated them. But they're losing to the Commanders. They're losing to the Redskins this week. They are losing. They are losing. I guarantee it. But that's for the prediction video. We'll get there when we get there. Sunday Night Football in an absolute barn burner. It was ridiculous. This game was horrible. Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions. Fucking Houston Texans somehow managed to look worse. But the worst part about this all was that Texans were up pretty big in the second half, or I should say first half going into second half, and got completely outplayed in the second half. To think that Jared Goff throws 5 fucking interceptions, and they still win the game. I can't tell if it's because Houston are just fraud as fuck, trash, or the Lions are genuinely this good. Like, how the fuck did the Lions win this game? Seriously, Lions fans are over the moon. I know that for a fact. I mean, they were supposed to lose this game. They got outplayed every which way, and they still managed to win. At this rate, the only fucking team that could beat the Lions is the fucking Chiefs with their black magic. Other than that, nobody's beating the Lions. They played horrible and still won the game. That's insanity. Pure insanity. I genuinely cannot believe it. I had Texans to cover, which they did. But still, I was shocked the Texans blew this game. Texans, you are on fraud alert. Lions, you are the opposite of frauds. You are contenders in the half. You're so good. This Lions team is so good. They're so entertaining to watch most weeks. I mean, this week was kind of shit. But yeah, Lions are showing no signs of slowing down. I don't know if this team is going to lose another game for the rest of the season, genuinely. Unless they play like this. But even then, they fucking managed to win. Crazy. Good win for the Lions. Great fucking win for the Lions. What a motivation booster. Holy shit. Texans, demoralizing loss. Really bad demoralizing loss. Monday Night Football. The Miami Dolphins beat the Los Angeles Rams. Sean McVay needs to get his panties out of a bunch and fucking go for it. Stop kicking field goals. You need to score touchdowns, not field goals. That is the reason why you scored 15 goddamn points and kicked 5 field goals. That's the reason why you lost this game and it got outplayed by Tua Tugboat Viagra, who damn near got another fucking concussion, diving headfirst for the fucking knees after throwing an interception. Overall, pretty shitty, pretty sloppy game. Nothing really to talk about here. Saints, what the fuck? Rams got outplayed every which way. I don't want to say they're frauds, but they're showing signs of weakness more often than not. And that's why they continue to either just barely win or fall short and lose. Rams have to shape up a little bit, get the job done, win the game, and score points, man. You can't fucking score field goals all day. Dolphins. Good to see the Dolphins back in the win column. Tua gets a win finally after, the shitty starts of the season they've had. Overall, I don't know if Miami's still in it. They might be able to make a run, but they got to do it now. This is the best game for the Dolphins receivers in a while. Like Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. Best game for them in a while. So maybe this game is the spark or the turning point in the season where Miami just pops off and starts winning, and eventually leads them to a playoff spot. I don't think they're going to win the division. It seems a little bit out of reach right now. It's possible, but I doubt it. A wild card spot is possible, but they got to get going like now. Otherwise, they're in trouble. That was my recap for Week 10 of the NFL season. We had a pretty good week. A lot of dogs were barking. Let's see what Week 11 has in store for us.